existed back then. So kind of cool to see.
Also with this, you can do a lot of neat stuff, like put a pylon on. No, I guess you can now. Excuse me, you can't do that. You can't warp into the high ground now because they've changed that.
And this map wouldn't be that good for it. There's only really one spot that you could do it.
Okay, so the Void Rays are going to move out here. Now they're going to they want to clean up the watchtowers and just get any overlords that are there, and that way this attack is a lot more surprising. And don't forget, with the mothership that we just got a shot of, you're going to do a lot more damage.
Yeah, that thing is going to be so helpful. Time warp, amazing. You quagmire up the units and everything.
You quag it up, as they say.
Quag it up. That's what people are calling it. I don't know. Whatever.
That's what these crazy kids are calling it. They quickly quag it up, you know?
Yeah. All right, here this attack comes. He's just scouted it now. Pylon's starting to go down. That +1 attack almost done. A lot of zealots and sentries. Of course, that's normally weak against a lot of roaches, but 3 Void Rays. Let me tell you what is strong against roaches. 3 Void Rays.
No, thank you, Artos. I was on the edge of my seat for that one.
Hey, that's a good
Spore Crawler makes it a lot harder.
Yeah. He should just go in a different route. Go up the side. Yeah, there you go.
All right, very nice.
All right, picking off
Free
queen. Yeah, just 4 force fields to get that queen. Very nice. The double spore is really helpful. If those weren't there, he would have already gone. That's going to be a lot of damage incoming. We do have a lot of stalkers on the way as well. Time warp goes down. Charges up the Void Rays. Right now he's targeting the queens, but he really wants to focus more on roaches, I would say.
Nice kiting with the Void Rays, actually. And he's going to have taken out that Spore Crawler.
Wow.
And he can keep going with this. I mean, there's a lot of roaches being made right now, but a lot more stalkers out here. And he has used the force field just perfectly. I think he's going to get in there, man.
Yeah,
Short and sweet.
This is it. That's game over. GG.
Very straightforward game.
Well done. Well executed by Creator. I like the spores by Crazy, but he just wasn't ready at any point. And to be perfectly frank, he screwed up with the Lings. Like, he had opportunities to have a better idea of what was going on, to be more annoying.
Right.
And it just, I don't know, Creator just kind of outplayed him there, man. I feel like I feel bad for Crazy because he's a very good player, but everyone has counted him out of this group, and at this point, he's almost out without winning a game.
Yeah. Crazy's like the boss that's in the middle of the level, not the one at the end. You know what I mean?
Yes, he's much more a Bebop than a Rocksteady.
Yes. Wait. Is Bebop actually ever in the middle of the level?
I don't actually remember.
That's not correct. Okay,
if one of those guys was...
Rocksteady Bebop could be in the middle level, and then they'd have to fight, I don't know, like Baxter or whatever with his fly thing. Even though that doesn't make a lot of sense, that's how it would be in the game. Those villains always come later.
Well, Baxter's a pretty easy boss, at least in Turtles in Time. But
yeah, he is easy in Turtles in Time.
Yeah. I mean,
did you ever play the arcade Ninja Turtles?
Yeah, of course.
The one that I tried to play. I found it in an arcade like somewhere back in the States a long time ago. Yeah. You can't beat the bosses without just putting endless points in. Yeah. There's no tactic to it.
No, there isn't.
I really thought
it's a really well designed game.
Yeah, when I was a little kid, I really thought like I was good at it.
It's like those games where you shoot the spiders when you're in the Jeep.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where it's like, well, you can beat this game, but it's going to cost you, if you have 2 good players, about $10.
Yeah, that's true.
It's like, that's just the way it is.
I felt like Time Crisis is one of those games you could beat. Like
maybe.
One, but like
not the one where you shoot spiders.
No.
The one where you shoot spiders, I actually sat down to beat, and I put about 10 in, and I was on the last level. My movie was starting, so I had to leave.
Yeah, that's rough.
Oh, it was rough.
All right, guys. We're going to see if Crazy to come back, or if it's going to be taken out here. That is so cute. Here at the GSL Code S, let's go. All right. In the upper right, in the red, showing that he's still solid at PVZ. What will he do this time? We're going to see soon. He is
Creator Prime.
And in the bottom left, we have our Zerg player. He has not won a game yet. Can he do it? He is.
KT Loster, Crazy.
Talk to me, Tosis.
Well, what should I talk to you about?
Anything, man.
I already talked to you about everything.
We do. We talked about pretty much everything.
We talk about
in the whole world. And in fact, I wonder, compared to, other people that are close to each other, how much have we talked to each other compared to other normal people? Because when you think about it,
way more.
we
more.
actually talk all the time anyways when we're not casting, and then on top of that we travel together.
Yes.
We're on an airplane, and we're actually, you guys,
it's like 18 hours together right there.
But the thing is, we actually talk the entire time until one of us falls asleep.
Yeah.
We actually don't.
Which is normally me.
Yeah, you conk out. And then,
I do. I'm a tired guy.
No,
I need
fine.
more sleep than
That's fine. You're older than me.
Yeah,
you're
I guess so.
like 29. You're a dinosaur, man.
That's right. That's right. By the way, it's my birthday on Saturday. What are you getting me? Because I know what I want.
What?
What do you get me for my birthday?
It was something meat related, but I don't want to spoil it. No. What do you want? What do you want for your birthday?
A GSL pass.
I'm like, I could go upstairs to the offices, man. I get a lot of those.
Yeah. Well,
do you know what we're doing on your birthday?
Yes.
You do?
Yeah.
All right.
Going to the zoo.
We're going to the zoo. Okay.
Sick.
Your wife told me that, and I was like, wait, is that a surprise? I'm about to drop the bomb on air.
Yeah.
We're going to the zoo, man.
I love the zoo.
Which animals are you going to see at the zoo?
A giraffe.
Duh.
Give me one. Some people want to see. They're like, let's go look at the lions. Lions are the king of the jungle. Shut up.
You want to hear a funny story?
Look at the giraffe. It's so scary.
When I was a little boy, this is a completely true story.
Yeah.
I went to the zoo, and I got close to this lion cage, and the lion actually came up. It wasn't that far from me.
And he told you to follow him through the wardrobe. Okay, tasteless. No, I saw that.
It's even better.
Too, like.
No, I was actually standing there, and like the lion looked at me, and it was like not like a glass thing, but like bars, and the lion peed on me.
Oh wow! They do spray.
Yeah, they sprayed on me. I got peed on by a lion.
Wow.
Wow.
Well, you know what? I'm glad that
I think I was like in 6th grade or something.
Well, I'm glad that your ID isn't like, let's say, I don't know, lion piss. It's
not
lion piss and artosis, everybody. The casting archon. I'm glad that you didn't take that to heart and have that define you.
I didn't take it as some kind of bizarre lion baptism. All right, so this game's picking up, so I've got something to talk about now. So we got we got 3 hatches coming down here now.
You're wrong. It hasn't really picked up yet. This is all very standard.
This is all very standard. We're still waiting for their tech to be shown.
I do. This does shed light though upon Snoop Dogg's recent name change.
Snoop Dogg changed his name?
Yeah, to Snoop Lion.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So I don't know. He had a similar
Who'd he pee on? What's the story there? That's crazy.
I don't know.
No, that's I didn't know he changed his name. That's so interesting. Who was it that changed his name to a symbol? Was that Prince?
Well, it's the artist formerly known as
Prince.
Yeah. Or this.
Let's change our IDs to just symbols, man.
Well, then we'd be copying that great Zerg programmer, and that just wouldn't be fair.
Who's that?
Symbol.
What? You're funny. You're really
slow.
funny. You're funny.
Thanks.
All right. You're especially funny today.
Here we go, Tasteless.
Okay, we got Stargate, excuse me. So we're going to probably see, what do you say, a Void Ray. I don't think he's going to do the same build again.
No, I don't think so. I think
Phoenix is.
Yeah, I believe so.
Now, I've been doing this build. We've been talking about this, but I want to talk about this build that I've been doing that is so lame, but it's so good.
Oh, it's the lamest.
I sneak up a quick third. I get that Zealot out there. I use my Phoenixes to cover. So I'm safe. I don't even get sentries. CD sentries, I don't make those. I don't need those. and then I just take a third and I just keep making cannons and I get Tempests.
Yeah.
And that's it. And I get like 14 Tempests.
It's
and they're like trying to like be good and like attack me and like do all this stuff, and I'm just chrono, and I don't even get Warp Gate. I get Warp Gate like way later on after I have like 2-2 with my double cores. I'm not even joking. I just keep making Tempests. And I'm not losing. I'm not joking. And when I do lose, I see what I did wrong and I fix it.
Yeah.
And I just have a bunch of cannons, and then I start to make Void Rays. And then when I made enough cannons, I wall in with gateways. And then I basically win. And even if I lose, by then they have like 100 Corruptors, and I just make a ground army and I go kill them.
Yeah, it's
pretty good.
I did that on my stream, and people wanted they wanted it to end, Tasteless, and so did I. It was pretty rough, but we can see here that actually Creator's going to go for something somewhat similar to what you're talking about. He's made 2 Void Rays. Instead of +1 attack, he's getting +1 plasma shields and +1 attack for air. And I think he copied your strat.
He copied me.
Pretty much.
He's probably watching the stream right now.
Pretty much.
He's like, oh, that's so good, Tasteless.
Guys, prepare yourself for a very,
long.
Very long game. There is a chance that he'll hit some sort of weird timing where he can actually kill Crazy, but realistically speaking, this is going to have to go pretty long because it takes a long time to get a lot of supply and air units. But yeah, I think we're about to see a lot of cannons being made. And
Yeah,
probably,
this is okay. So this is kind of all right. We're gonna get to see basically what. Yeah,
2 more Stargates.
Well, he's getting the shields too, which is like huge just giveaway.
Yeah,
No,
of course. I wonder if he's actually going to go Tempest though, and look at how few cannons he's made so far.
I have messing around with another version of this because this is all I've been doing on ladder PvZ. Is like probably not playing the game the way it's supposed to be played. But I just got a bunch of Void Rays, but I had some problems with the Void Rays because I'd lose to Hydra timings. But I don't know.
Well, here, you know, you can make just a ton of cannons. A ton of cannons plus other random stuff like Force Fields and some Void Rays and some Zealots and whatnot. Can hold off Hydras very, very well. But I don't see those extra cannons yet. He's just really focusing so heavily on Void Rays. We'll see in just a second here because there are Hydras that are out. They're defensive right now. But he can, when speed finishes, move across the map, maybe put on a little bit of pressure.
He hasn't noticed that changeling. Okay, now he has.
He's like, why can't I move my Zealot down here?
Wait a minute.
That's a changeling!
It's a changeling right now. All right, so Spire almost done. Cool.
Yeah.
All right, so this is something. Now, I was doing this, but I stopped doing this.
Yeah, look at that. Look how many drones are being made right now. Crazy knows what's going on. He knows he's facing Sky Toss, and that he is allowed to make as many drones as he wants because, as we were talking about earlier, Sky Toss takes a long time to actually get a good army together. So the game's going to go long. Like you can take all the bases on your side of the map as Zerg, and tech up, and get upgrades, and you don't really have to be too fearful of anything because they literally need to get up like at least 150 supply to feel safe.
That's right. This is one of these weird builds where like you can't attack the Protoss, but he can't attack you either. So you sort of just sit back and it's like a little race.
Yeah. This is so interesting here from Creator because he's still making a lot of Zealots, which are kind of like his mobile cannons right now with the sentries being mixed in. And that's allowing him to take a quicker 4th base than what I was expecting in this game. I was expecting the 4th base to not be taken for at least another minute or 2.
Yeah, same here actually. I'm kind of surprised he was able to sneak that out. But you know what? If you haven't been hit by Hydras by now, you probably know that he's not going to attack. He's going to do this, you know?
There's no 13-minute Hydra attack timing, really. He's going to want to get more tech out than that, whether that's going to be getting ready for some sort of Mutalisk switch or getting some Infestors out. Infestors are always a good choice against Void Rays, at least comparatively to some other units, like Corruptors, which we might see a lot of still. This is Fleet Beacon. All right, he's getting ready for more upgrades, perhaps Tempest as well.
I'm actually surprised he's carrying this down right now.
I am as well.
And that was close.
Well, it's a very good thing for Creator that there was not an Infestor right there.
No, I know, exactly.
That would have been brutal. Yeah, look, the Infestors were not that far either.
And we're going to give him for 3, guys.
All right.
That's why you don't leave your army out like that.
I'm actually really surprised that he did do that. That he killed that middle area so quickly. I mean, he is still making Zealots, but I mean, this is not a frontal attack army right now. He's not up to the level that he needs, especially against Fungal Growth Hydra. He's being so brave with those Void Rays.
He's
look, I know Void Rays are good, but
well, they can die so fast if you're not careful. It's interesting though. He is very comfortable, kind of drifting out. I mean,
the way that he's zoning it is very
over the
brave.
Cannons.
Like,
you know,
what he's doing with this type of zoning is stopping like a big concave, but at the same time, he doesn't have great vision of what's in front of him, and just randomly Infestors walking towards that and fungling could be rough. All right, Tempests are on the way, so definitely going to be that type of game.
Rut-row.
I'd love to see Neural Parasite. Ooh, Viper's on the way. That's very exciting to see as well. I'd love to see some more upgrades as well from Crazy because 100 drones, by the way. Woo! Haven't seen that in a while.
That's that sound you made.
Woo! Woo! 100 drones. That's a lot of mining.
That's 3 digits. Woo!
That's a lot of bases saturated.
Well, then, okay, look at that. Look carefully, guys. See that spread?
Yeah.
He's fungal-proofing that. That is really good.
You know, he's got to be careful, though, because if you get on the side of the spread,
Yeah,
you can start doing things like using your fungals, using your vipers, and whatnot. Now we do have more and more Tempests on the way still. Oh, there you go. The Knurl is on the way. I'm really happy to see that. You know, grabbing 2-3 Void Rays in that definitely can screw up your opponent, as the Void Rays kill each other so quickly. Like, as soon as you grab a Void Ray, that kind of means at least one Void Ray is going to die.
Oh, yeah. I mean, Void Rays are funny because they do a lot of damage, but if the Void Rays get outnumbered, they die faster than I feel like most other stuff dies.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They just get gunned down.
Well, Void Rays don't, well, they have a decent amount of hit points, but they don't tank super well.
Right, right. All right.
Oh, look at this. He's actually going into Colossus Tech as well. I'm actually a little bit surprised about that. I expected to see Storm Tech because when you go Colossus, that kind of tempts them into Corruptors even a little bit more. But, you know, at this point, Corruptors probably is not the best idea anyways. Oh, my God.
Oh, my God.
Huge fungal
That was
growth
a money
right there.
fungal.
Seriously, it was. But, you know what, the Tempest pushing him back still quite a bit. More and more fungals are going out. He's got to hit these fungals.
Look at how sick this
wow,
arm is.
he just lost a lot of infestors without getting spells off, and he's only taken the shields. This was actually really, really sloppy by Crazy there. He had all his infestors on one key, and he paid for it dearly. He lost a lot of infestors, and 12 more on the way now.
Smart. He actually just turns around. You don't need to attack into him. Wow. Well, he got that one.
Did lose some Vipers there, though. You know, the ideas that Crazy's playing with are very, very good, but the execution so far has been lacking.
The implementation of them actually not there.
It's very hard to actually execute correctly as well. I don't want to understate that.
I mean, he's really good, but yeah, you're right. The execution is just not quite.
Yeah, I haven't seen any Zergs do it super duper well yet, but you know, just looking at it theoretically, it's definitely something that can be done well.
Yeah.
Someone's going to end up doing it very well and start yanking units out just right and fungling and splitting their infestors off so they aren't just all in one hockey and stuff like that.
Is he going to get that? Okay, no.
You know, at this point, even killing a hatch I don't think matters with this bank. 70k for Zerg.
Here's basically how you beat Zerg from here, is you just don't attack, and Zerg can't expand to the top center or the bottom center. You could actually just make cannons and push across the entire map.
That is
not
very
even
true.
joking.
Yeah, yeah. And in fact, I think that's probably the best choice.
Yeah.
Size Storm plus Tempest plus Cannon is very difficult to break. And in fact, you know, I feel like to actually break that, you need a lot of Overseers, some Corruptors, some Hydras, some Infestors, Swarm Hosts, and Vipers. And I know that's like a huge list of units, but I feel like the Swarm Hosts are very important because it's like free attacks at the longest range in the game. And the thing is, to actually get up there and detect that so that you can kill them is nearly impossible with all that anti-air right over it.
Right.
And you can't push forward with cannons when you have a lot of locusts coming in.
Yoink.
So that's kind of what I would like to see.
Well, you can see Zerg kind of testing the waters here to make sure that he actually, or let's see if he can get in there, which he can't.
Yeah, he can't. But you know what? If Crazy can secure both those bases, then, you know, having 2 bases up on Protoss, you definitely still can break it in a more belligerent way, like a more, like, caveman-ish way. You know, like throwing rocks instead of, like, great tactics.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes, you poet.
Like,
too,
for instance, you don't necessarily have to lure the woolly mammoth into the cave and throw spears at him from above. You can, if you have enough cavemen with enough rocks, just run at the woolly mammoth and throw rocks at it.
Belt him to death, yeah.
Yeah. But then again, woolly mammoths didn't have Size Storm Tasteless.
That's true. They didn't upgrade that. That's why you get your Templar archives, guys.
No, that's an important thing.
Yeah, man.
All right, this attack moving forward right now.
They say this is exactly what I'm talking about. You basically just go in there and poke.
Yeah.
And eventually the Zerg runs out of money, and then the Protoss can occupy that.
You know, this is what I'm afraid of right now. This is such a nice army for our Zerg player, but I see the way those Infestors are moving around on one hockey. I feel like he's going to start moving up to do spells and just start losing a bunch of them before they even cast anything. And that's a scary, scary thing that can happen.
And as you can see, now it just turns around. Doesn't have to attack into him. It's really hard for Zerg to deal with, guys.
But at the same time, for Protoss to attack in, that's going to take some time for him to get done. Wait a minute. the Hydras look like they want to be sacrificed right now.
That makes sense.
Yeah, they're not going to be able to do too much. You know, it looks like they're going to pick off a Nexus. They might pick off a few tech buildings. But the reality of the situation is when you're sitting maxed with this type of army and 7.5K and 5K in your bank, it doesn't matter if you lose this Nexus. It doesn't matter if you lose tech because you can rebuild it all.
Yeah, this build's so weird like that. Yeah, it's fine if you lose cannons or major buildings, but you do not want to lose that fleet.
Yeah, if you lose your whole fleet, it takes a long time to rebuild. But to be frank, with this type of bank, you can rebuild your entire fleet if you need to. It'll just take a while, and you're going to be a little bit scared during that time.
All right. We just gotta wait. I mean, it's smart to do this too. It's very rare that you get strategies that you can be so passive.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
The strategy that's based around they're gonna run out of money and they're gonna have to spend so much money trying to kill you and they can't.
I know. This is a somewhat rare thing, but it is a strategy that is used right now in Protoss for Zerg, and Zergs overall haven't found a perfect solution, like a solution that they're like, okay, I see what he's doing, I know exactly what to do to kill it. People are still really experimenting against this to figure out the best way to deal with it.
You know, I kind of feel like this might be one of the issues, like when somebody says, well, how do you stop them if they get 20 carriers? And the answer is, well, you just never let them get that. You have to, and I feel like this might be one of those situations where it's like, well, you just can't let the Protoss actually get this.
You know, that's something that happened in StarCraft 1. A lot of people would ask, as Terran, what do you do when Protoss gets 20 carriers? And the actual answer was, if you play Terran correctly, they won't get up to 20 carriers.
Right.
Like, the game will end before then. And will that be a situation like that in this game?
Yeah.
That's a long ways off, I'd say, knowing that.
Well, it's kind of, what's also interesting about this is it is so counterintuitive to the way Zerg was played in Wings of Liberty. Whoa, that Changeling got lucky. What?
Yeah, Changelings are pretty stealthy.
Like Matrix dodged that. But it's so counterintuitive to how Protoss played in Wings of Liberty that I think a lot of the Zergs are just sort of scratching their head right now. Like, what?
Yeah, very much so.
Okay.
This is kind of the other side of things. Oh, wow, look at this. These Brood Lords starting to get picked off quite a bit. Now, he's got to be very careful with these Infestors. It would be great if he can start chain funneling some Void Rays. But if he goes up and tries to chain fungal with a whole big group and then they start walking into Void Ray range, then he's just going to lose. All right, now that's a nice move right there. But some good feedback's going down indeed. A lot on the same queen there. Did storm his own observer.
That's not good.
The Storm Observer.
Whoa.
That's a blast from the past.
Already, yeah. I forgot that's what they called me.
Yeah.
Back in the day.
That's right. Tasteless was the first professional observer, I guess, but he's called the Storm Observer because he moves so quickly.
That's actually true. I moved so quickly. I was moving the screen around at one of those Blizzard events, but I was moving it like I was watching a replay at home. I'm not aware of how fast I'm actually clicking around.
It's hilarious how fast pros watch replays. Like, you just zip around the screen.
All right. Well, we have people try to engage each other. These are two death balls that can't quite kill each other.
Do you know what I really want to see right now?
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's definitely one thing I want to see. That was beautiful. Really, that's the type of move you need to be doing right now. See, he didn't really lose anything there, but he did kill a unit and then got another very low. And that's, slowly but surely, that's a great way to go about it. But anyways, back to what I was saying, what I would really love to see is 1 to 2 oracles.
Oh, okay.
Get your Revelation being cast upon those units or upon those buildings so that your Tempest can stay so far back and you're not risking anything with your attacks.
Ooh, okay.
I really like to see that at this point in the game. I feel like there's no reason not to just use 3 to 6 supply on that, because obviously you have the money, obviously you have everything that you need to do something like that. And the range of Revelation is such that you never have to lose it if you're careful with it. In a siege situation like this.
See, this is why it's so strong. You put cannons underneath this. Oh, nice fungal.
Yeah, that was nice. That was a cool fungal. If he could get a few more on those high timers, that would be really good.
All right, now, Zerg did actually occupy both of these.
This is another reason why I feel like swarm hosts are really important here. If you have a bunch of locusts coming out, it's going to screw up the AI of these. Oh my god, this is really nice. If he could just kill them.
He needs to attack with his corruptors.
Well, he's neural parasiting, actually.
Sick.
But then he does come up with these corruptors, and looks like he will kill off quite a few of these Tempests.
Look at the Zerg supply, 137.
Back to something else I was saying before about the Swarm Hosts. If you have the Swarm Hosts, it makes it so the High Templars can't stand like that. You have to have a row of cannons, and you have to stand behind them. So that would be very helpful at this point, I feel.
All right, he's continuing to push forward. And I see, as long as he takes out both these locations, and he does, then Zerg's basically screwed.
Yeah. 28 Infestors on the way, though.
Now, what does Zerg do against this, in your opinion?
Okay, I think that you have some Hydras, some Corruptors, some Vipers, some Infestors, and very importantly, Swarm Hosts.
The reason why I'm asking is because I just saw that Katz tweeted at me, and he's saying that Zerg is stronger than Protoss late game. You can let him have this.
That's cool. I would love to.
Do we agree with this?
Do I agree with that? I'm not sure.
I'm not sure.
I know that Katz is a strong believer in Spore, Viper, Infestor, which is really
Well, he's a strong believer
cool.
in this. He sent it to me in caps logs.
Cool.
Yeah, I mean, this is serious. When I read it, I just imagined he was shouting it in my face. That's what I do when I.
That's what you do with Caps?
That's what I do with Caps, yeah. So, I don't know. I feel like he's just going to slowly push in here and just carve a hole into the Zerg's base.
Well, you know, the problem is that we have like all these High Templars and now Archons standing underneath. How are you ever going to engage this army?
Right.
And again, I do point towards Swarm Hosts as being a valuable unit in this situation. Right now, Zerg is using his bank relatively quickly.
This is a good move here with the Lings, just a counterattack.
I wouldn't mind seeing mass Ling drops and stuff, too.
I wish we had our preview computer so I could see how many gateways the Protoss has. Because, you know,
I don't think he has very
If he only has like 1 or 2, wow, I mean, a counterattack with the Lings is just going to be so strong.
Yeah, that's true. Hey, at this stage of the game, actually, just a complete aside, as a Protoss player playing with this type of style against this type of thing, I love to have a Dark Shrine. Because you clean up Lings really quickly.
I think Dark Shrine is how you end this. Because then even if you're having a hard time, not so much on this map,
you
but
just
on other
block
maps,
all the Lings,
you
like
just
kill them.
Yeah, or you can even send the Dark Templars all over the map. Just send like 5 into the Zerg's main.
Sure. These Immortals, what a great choice right now. He's had them. Yeah, the Immortal's not the most useful things. He does have that Dark Shrine, some DTs mixed in there as well. This army just absolutely demolishing Hydra. You know, I feel like Hydra really doesn't know what to do in this situation. I like that he's really focusing a lot on fungal growths and some Neurals and stuff like that. I really do like that. He's actually doing a good job trying to kite with Neurals, but
he's just being chased all over the map. This engagement's just not going to work. And if you notice, the fungal, she's not the fungals, the Infestors have been zoned out.
Whoa, I really like that Binding Cloud to make it so he can't snipe the Infestors as well. Does have 14 more Corruptors on the way, but the bank is too big. GG.
That was the Tasteless build for Heart of the Storm. We just saw it there.
Well,
that strat is really hard to stop.
It is. It's a very difficult one. You really have to be on top of everything and be. You have to have, I would say, a lot of finesse.
I agree.
Actually, I would say a lot of finesse on both sides when you both have like so much income, so much economy.
What I'm wondering is how long will that stay around? Will that be something that becomes perfected and becomes standard, or is that going to be something where people say, yeah, remember when we could do that? Well, that was before we figured this out.
Yeah,
you know?
That's impossible to say right now.
That's so funny. All right.
Wow. Good to know. Thank you, Apollo.
Thank you, Apollo, for your excellent insights. We're going to go hang out with him after the cast, right?
No, I don't really like Apollo.
You don't like Apollo?
No.
I thought we were all going to get together and put our caster rings in the middle and unite. But I guess not.
We should tell him that we're going home to sleep and then go out and party.
Put it on YouTube, make fun of him. Man, there's like everybody's down here. All the big shots.
Yeah.
Davey
As they
Kim's
should be.
here.
Where else would they be on it?
That's actually true. That's probably the place to be. Mike Morhaim's here.
Thursday nights are where it's at.
That's right. That's right. Dude, I'm loving this new studio.
Yeah.
I am just, oh my God.
I feel so fancy.
I know.
You know, like the commercial where the cat eats out of like the golden
Fancy
goblet?
Feast.
Yeah. Like the crystal goblet or whatever.
Yeah, it's Fancy Feast.
Yeah. I feel like that cat right now. I feel like I have that fluffy gray or white hair and just like when I eat, I just like that. because it was so tasty.
It was tasty.
Yeah, that's what this studio is
All
for
right.
me.
Well, we're here in the Fancy Feast studio, and we're going to go to the final best of 3 after this short little break. So stay tuned.